Go into that.
In the film, one of the senior intelligence officials named Jay Stratton, he was the director of air and space warfare at the Defense Intelligence Agency, and then he ran the U.S. government's UAP task force. He tells a story about how he was trying to run this issue up the flagpole and bring attention to it.
At the Pentagon.
At the Pentagon, in a serious office space. And his superiors told him that they thought these things were demons.
Tonight, a senior U.S. intelligence officer says the Pentagon officially literally calls UFOs demons, not theories, not rumors, his own bosses. And when you hear how they justify it, it'll make you question who's actually in charge of this conversation. Let's dive in.
And that he was doing the devil's work by looking into it. Honestly, it's probably how bipartisan the topic really is. Leaders from both parties can't agree on anything, but they agree on this being a serious, important issue.
You agree on that?
I think it's a serious issue. Yeah, I'd love to know more about it, but we're not told anything about it.
But you've had hearings. I mean, there was a hearing a couple of years ago, and they didn't say much. And then there was a hearing recently, right? Both of them are in the movie.
Yeah.
And a lot more came out. And there's a lot more people who are on board now. Very, very serious people. I got to say, Rubio, I was never the giantest fan, but I didn't think he was a terrible guy. I feel like he is the adult in that administration. He just always looks okay to me. He looks like he's got his head screwed on. He looks like a serious guy. I can live with that guy.
Well, I think he's doing a great job, and
I didn't say that. He's doing the best he can.
At least we're talking about it, whereas before, no one would admit it was even real. And I think talking about it is extremely important, and I think people deserve to know the truth about it.
Notice how every time the disclosure comes up, both parties sound united, yet nothing ever changes. They agree it's real, they just never tell us what's real. That's not politics anymore. That's gatekeeping.
Yeah.
All right, Dan, how do you view the relationship between the intelligence community and mainstream media when it comes to reporting on UAP topics?
I think there's a lot of elements within the intelligence community that have an influence on mainstream media and encourage them not to cover this topic.
To not cover it.
Yeah, that is in fact what I think is happening. There's also a lot of people in the intelligence community who are in my film who are trying to bring the truth out despite that.
Some of them seem to be saying very outwardly that they fear for their life.
Yeah, yeah.
You think that's a real thing?
Yes, 100%. I had a couple people.
And who would be doing the killing in this? Who is hiring who to do what?
I think there are a number of parties involved in covering this topic up, and
well, like who?
Threats against people's life have been used to discourage people from talking about it.
That's the line right there. Threats used to keep people quiet. That's the same wall every whistleblower hits. The issue isn't proof, it's permission. Somebody upstream decides what the public can handle.
Who's making the threat?
Comes from various elements within the government. I go into it in the film in depth, but certain groups within the intelligence community, certain groups within the military, certain groups within private defense contractor companies.
Jeez, he talks like a politician.
He doesn't know.
You know what I found scary? The part about the people at the Pentagon who say it's demons.
Can't believe these words were coming out of their mouths. He's like, I'm briefing them on an advanced aerospace vehicle that's absolutely there. It's been spotted by trained observers like our Navy fighter pilots in their $80 million airplanes that we trust them with, right? It's been spotted on data collection systems like satellite and radar, and this guy's telling me it's a demon. It's insane. And he's like, my mind was blown, and this is something I'm dealing with inside of the government.
It's Halloween. Let me just ask the final question for the panel. Do you think demons and the devil are real?
Absolutely. I'm a Bible-believing Christian. I definitely, and I believe those could be fallen angels.
All these things could be real.
Fallen angels?
Yeah, fallen
The
angels.
aliens are fallen angels?
That's possible. I think that's what they could be. That's what makes sense in my worldview.
Michael?
No.
And that's why we came here to disagree, but still appreciate each other for having the conversation.
So what do you think? Is this religion creeping into defense or something darker we don't understand? Keep it respectful in the comments. I'll be reading them all day.